everyone! Welcome to The Girl Who Won't Settle. You're watching episode 4. Through social media, and I saw like my friends dumalabas lahat ng sablay pictures nila, and they were doing some throwbacks, recalling the memories, ganun. And ako, I wanted to do the same. Pero when I was checking my archive and some old pictures, I really didn't have much pictures ng graduation. Napaisip ako, like, why didn't I have much pictures ng graduation? My only grad picture siguro is the one that was taken in the studio, and I didn't even like my sablay pic pa, no? That's why if you notice, I've used the toga pic, but I never used my sablay pic kasi ayun nga, I'm going to explain why. I never said this out loud, pero kasi nung time na yun, I really wasn't feeling it. There were a lot of reasons why actually nawalan ako ng gana. I'm happy I was graduating, pero there were some things that made me unhappy during that time. Sorry about that. I was saying, so the reason why, nawalan ako ng gana is because I didn't like myself. It's so weird to say kasi 2 years after, which is now, I feel like I've accepted myself. I'm sure of who I am. It's hard to get insecure. I get insecure still, but it's harder now kasi I'm very sure of myself. Like, it's harder now for me to get insecure because now I've accepted myself. I'm so sure of myself, and there's a lot of self-awareness going on. I know what I'm bad at, what I'm weak at, but I also know like what my strengths are and what I'm really good at, and I'm not afraid to pursue those strengths. You know what I was feeling 2 years ago, and I knew that was being insecure about myself. I really wasn't happy with who I was, how I looked also, and we'll get to all those in a bit. Because I was only doing my thesis for the last semester, I took a job. It's just a contract-based job at the Department of Health, or the DOH, and I worked part of the AIDS research group. But like for me, the hard thing was I was alone. While most of my batchmates were still at the campus finishing their units, they were also doing their thesis. They were doing the same thing except working. I felt a little alone, like I had no one to talk to about navigating the adult world, and at the same time, like, there were a lot of firsts for me. First experience na ganito pala pag nag-work, things like those. And yun, I was struggling a bit kasi I felt alone na parang wala akong mapag-share na, uy, ganito pala yung nangyari sa akin sa work today. Like, maybe that was me before, but I feel like I could have also done better. I could have also shared to my batchmate, also could have shared more sa friends ko, pero again, this was me before. Second was, I wasn't happy with how I looked. Grabe, sobrang internal struggle to kasi I feel like I've gained so much weight, especially after working. Pero alam mo, I realize now that I'm working talaga, it happens. Sometimes you sit sa desk the whole day, and then wala ka ng time para mag-stretch. Of course, that's bad. We need to stretch. Pero I felt that na parang I gained weight, and then medyo napabaya ako kasi I really had a tough and challenging semester din. Balancing thesis, working my full-time job. I also did 2 events for ISEC. Ginusto ko to, pero it was, of course, a challenge. I wasn't happy with how I looked. And yun lang, for me, it's not an issue, no? Kasi you really gain weight when you work, and at the same time, like, it was me because I had other priorities, and I was not prioritizing my health or my look. That's why ganun talaga yung nangyari. And lastly, siguro I felt like I was a little lost. The goal has always been to graduate. And now that, it's happening in front of my eyes, parang ako, so now what? What am I going to do now? And you then, alam mo yun, you realize and it hits you na parang, life does not come with a curriculum. Life does not come with a map. It does not come with a manual or instruction guide or a book. I just felt at that time na I was graduating, but I wasn't so sure ano bang gusto kong gawin nun. Grabe. Na-realize ko lang after nag-throwback yung mga friends ko, no? But it's so true, and I feel like it's very normal when you're a fresh grad na parang overthink mo parang things like those, and you'll realize then sobrang daming options. Like, there's so much you can do and no one's going to tell you if it's right or wrong. You have to try it for yourself, and dun mo lang malalaman and it could feel right na you've been doing this or doing this whole path, ito lang ginagawa mo, but then in the middle it could go wrong, and then you'd feel like magkaka-crisis ka na, is this right for me? Or is this a sign na it's wrong? And then, ayun, more crisis to come. And all that. But really, I feel like now, looking back, it's such a normal feeling na you'd feel lost pala. Sad thing about it was, I let myself feel that during graduation. And so, wala akong pictures. Ayun, so I'm left with nothing but memories. For some reason na akala nila like I have it all figured out. But you know what? I've been making things up as I go, and really, it's such a normal feeling. And I'm sure a lot of people, na feeling mo that they have it all figured out. Trust me, they're also learning. They're also discovering things for the first time. They're also making things up as they go. And to be honest, it's okay and really normal. So after graduation, the graduation where I didn't take much pictures because I was feeling sad, I went back to work. 2 weeks work, and then ended my contract. So worked on that event I was telling you with Isaac, and then after that, I took a break. A lot of people told me, enjoy the break, take a rest, do it before you actually start working, kasi once you start working, then you're never gonna get a break like this ever. What I also realized about the resting was that it helped me 50-50%. Sure, I got to recharge, think about what I wanted to do, prepare my CV, take a look around the jobs that were available, look at my options and things like those. But also at the same time, syempre, overthink ko na naman. So, every time I read the job descriptions, I felt like I wasn't enough na parang, kaya ko ba to? Will I ever live up to that expectation? If they accept me, tapos I'm not what they were looking for pala or needed, diba? Ayun, I just kept doubting myself. I was lost. I wasn't as happy as I was with myself. I kept overthinking it again. Kasi it's normal. But eventually, I got into a job which I thought, was okay. Kasi I'm not doing a good job as I'm supposed to. I'm not really value adding. Wait lang, it's so weird to say this out loud, ha? Pero, please guys, bear with me. Pero yun lang, I'm a bit dramatic, guys. So, ganun talaga ako mag-isip before. Sometimes talaga, I don't know where my thoughts take me. Na parang, grabe ako din ako mag-overthink. Anyway, I wanted to resign every time I felt weak, and I was such a crybaby, as in, now, I'm a little na lang, like slight na lang. You'd think na, after passing through college, you'd think na, you'd be stronger, pero work hits differently, and I think it's okay. We all will have those moments. So, I stuck it out, and finished my contract, and actually applied for a regular position. Actually started liking and even loving the job I was in. Applied for something more in line na mas gusto ko din gawin. So it's been 2 years since I've been living the dream. I have a full-time job and I'm something like a YouTube star. Of course, I'm kidding, I'm actually not. It's not a success story, but rather, I realized that I am a work in progress. and this is my work in progress story. These 2 years have been challenging yet amazing. I'm learning and growing. I feel better about myself. I realize now that it's perfectly normal to have gone through what I felt, especially, if you just graduated and you're feeling kind of lost. And even if you have a job right now, I think it's perfectly normal, like, just to feel lost kasi no one has it all figured out anyway. I want to end, by sharing some thoughts and reflections after reflecting on what has happened, of listing things down. So I've listed them down and we'll go through them. You have to be your own safety net. And what does this mean? Well, you have to know who you are and be okay with it. Like, be safe with it. And you have to be self-aware of your strengths, of your weaknesses, everything that makes up you. I realize, oh my gosh, 12 na kasi. So what I'm trying to say is, who you are or what you feel should not depend on what other people think. Sobrang cliche, but you have to believe in you. When people say bad things, okay, you can catch yourself. If people say good things, then that's a plus, because at the end of the day, you have yourself and you can catch yourself because you are the safety net. Being alone is fine. Read kasi somewhere na some things you have to do on your own, and some of those things you have to do it alone. That part of me not liking myself, grabe, like all those thoughts, and especially saying it out loud now, I realize na sobrang harsh ko sa sarili ko. So second would be, not all rejections are an attack to our personal abilities. I think na hindi ko na-experience yung rejections. I did, and it was okay, kasi I realized it wasn't because I wasn't good enough or I wasn't capable, but it was maybe because there was someone more qualified. I could be qualified, pero maybe someone also has more experience. So not all these rejections means hindi mo kaya. That's attacking your personal capability. It's perfect. Grabe, sobrang cliche ng mga sinasabi ko, but guys, it's so true. Everyone will really make mistakes, and it's fine. You don't have to cry about it. You can cry a little like me, but then after that, wala na. Last graduation / work realization is that, opportunities come in the form of more work. Maybe you feel like you've been doing so much work, pero it's not amounting to anything. You don't see it, but every day you working on perfecting your craft, you working on your goals one by one, you're building on that foundation where you stand. Sometimes gusto mo umiyak kasi sobrang stressful. Gusto mo umiyak kasi ang dami talagang work. And you may not realize it, but it's for your own good. I think that's a good perspective to think about, diba? Yep. So I think I covered everything for now. There's so much to say. Sorry kung sobrang chatty, but then like sobrang na-realize ko yun nung nagto-throwback yung mga tao, and I just really wanted to share it. Kasi I feel like it's important to say it out loud then. Since ang daming pwedeng sabihin, I realized and decided to come up with a series for this channel, which will be called Work in Progress. This is where we can talk about career, work realizations, and mga ganun na kind of realizations. And I want to actually drag some of my friends here. We'll see if we can invite them. Let me know also if you cried at work. Let me know what your thoughts are about on this, the things you've been learning so far, what you want to tell your fresh grad self or wish you told your fresh grad self, and other topics or questions about career and work that you want us to talk about. Yep, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye! Stay safe!